Okay, we're in our raised row garden today. It's July 25th, 2020, talking about keeping your garden productive and looking great and weed-free. And those things go hand in hand. The less weeds you have in your garden, the more resources the soil can give to the plants instead of providing the weeds with energy. So sometimes in summer, gardens get away from folks, and it's really the time to keep things down. And as you can see, number one right here, we do that with mulch more than anything else. All of our walking rows have about a 4-inch layer of bark. And then our growing rows here, when we'll zoom in on our tomatoes, have that straw mulching about 4 inches thick. And we keep that on there because it does a couple things. One, it keeps the weeds out, but most importantly, in addition to that, it keeps things hydrated. It keeps the moisture in the soil. It requires less watering. In fact, believe it or not, this tomato crop here in most years for us, we have not watered these other than the first day we put them in. Our pepper plants, which here in Ohio start to take off now and they're starting to grow, we've watered once, I think maybe twice during a series of 95-degree days that we just had to put a little on them. But when we do water, and if we have to, we water deep, so about a half gallon per plant, and we allow that to go. The biggest mistake you can make is watering these plants on a consistent basis every day or every 2 days. Unless you live in an extremely arid environment, it's just not good. What it does is it builds shallow roots. If I pulled one of these tomato roots up right now, they'd be a good 16 inches deep in the soil. And that means they can survive on hot days like today. It's gonna get in the 90s. And as you can see, they're very vibrant and very healthy. So one of the things we talk about is keeping that mulch down. It keeps the weeds down. Don't till the soil. Don't use a rake to move those weeds up. All it does is causes more weeds and it dries out the soil. More mulch means more produce, means less work for you and less weeds. The other thing is to keep these plants picked. If you'll notice as you walk through here, you'll see very few red tomatoes. That's done by design. These tomatoes here that are just starting to turn blush, I'll kind of come over here and show you this one up close. Those will get picked today. Tomatoes will ripen off the vine. In fact, it's really better, we did an article on this just a week ago, to pick these plants earlier because you can put them on a drying rack or in your house and let them ripen, and it allows the rest of the plant to continue producing. And as you see, we have a lot of tomatoes on the vine. We'll go down here, these are our San Marzanos, but as long as you keep picking, they'll keep producing flowers and more produce. So there you have it. I mean, really, more than anything else, keeping those plants mulched, keeping them pruned up a little bit, and most importantly, keeping them picked will really go a long way in helping your garden stay productive all year. So many people grab the tiller out or they're trying to constantly till their soil. We really work very little in this garden in the summer other than maintaining our plants and pruning. You can see our corn crop here is just grown out of control, and keeping things weeded so that the energy can go to the plants. So those are the most important things. If you have a garden right now and you put a thick coating of mulch on it, it's gonna help. It's gonna help keep the moisture in. It's gonna help keep your weeds down. And most importantly, it's gonna keep that garden productive until late fall. So whatever you do, get out in that garden, stay out and stay with it. It'll pay off in the end. So that's our garden here, and 3 things you can do in the summertime that can really help keep your garden productive and actually with less work from you.